What's up YouTube? Autobot Zeron here, and this is my first Transformers toy review in a very long time, and the only reason I'm doing it is I'm actually really excited to say that I've only seen a handful of videos out there on this one, so I thought, hey, I could get in on the early fun and get it out there quickly. So today we're going to be looking at Transformers Crossovers Ultimate Expanse. We're gonna start with the two little accessory figures of Sabretooth and Wolverine. That they're not painted beautifully, but at a distance, I don't really care because they still look really cool. You can take the Mystic piece, what's supposed to be Psylocke's head, and I could have sworn that there was a way to fit this on Expanse's head. And I will not refer to him as Ultimate Expanse, though I know that's his full title. I will refer to him through the video as X-Spanse or X-Spanse for the sake of simplicity. I could have sworn that the original promo shots had this on the head. Apparently they are not. That being said, you can fit it on Wolverine and Sabretooth like so. Kind of give them that. I don't really care for it that much. So, and I have no idea if on the undercarriage of this, if the, other than like right here, here's the other two pieces. I know that these can store over here on underneath the wings, but if anybody knows if these can store anywhere else or if this headpiece can store anywhere else, let me know in the comments, please. Please. So let's get on to Expanse. It's a faithful representation of the original 90s Blackbird, or X-Jet, whatever you prefer. Blackbird. My only downfall to it is robot kibble everywhere on the underbelly. I mean, when you have him down on something, all you're seeing is this, really. And it's amazing. I do like the blue color. There is a bit of that pinkish translucency up here. Unfortunately, I don't have the light, but it does light pipe through. It's actually fairly cool. Oh, and you can do it from the underneath. Oh, I didn't see that. Neat. Very neat. The only issue I have on mine are the two wings like to come off very easily. So bear that in mind on your copies as you get them out. What? So, let's go ahead. He does have 3 sets of landing gear. Sorry about that. You gonna say hi? When you're doing a toy review and you've got to fix your small child's Tyrannosaurus toy. There you go. So let's continue on. Sorry about that. The transformation from this, there are a few pieces here that are reuse from the studio series Revenge of the Fallen Jetfire. When I say a few, I'm literally talking 2 or 3. 90% of this is all remolding, or 90% of this is all new molding. He does have 3 sets of landing gear that you can flip up and down and all around. It's still just a big jet. You go whoosh. I'm really excited about this. So to begin the transformation, all you're going to do is take the 2 thrusters and pop them out from underneath. Actually, now that I have that out of the way, they plug into this clip right here. Right there. You just pop them out. And yeah, the waist joint on the robot moves everywhere. Next, we're going to take the feet, just clip them down, or clip them out, however. They're kind of tucked in, so you just want to kind of get them out. And now we're going to do panel forming, as I also like to call it. On the back of the jet, put your thumb here, just kind of lift up. This will pop this out. You could do it anyway, I just find it easier to use my thumb. And then just kind of rest it or keep it out of the way, however you want to do. But it gives you room to start straightening out the hips. Now let's focus back on these thrusters, because they're really intuitive. The front of the thruster folds out, And then on the inside side pieces, I'm trying to make sure I can get an angle. There's a little tab there that you can push on. Push that out, unfold it, and there you have the knee. Just just pull it, just try to straighten it out as much as possible. Next, one of the back wings is just going to fold in. Take this back wing, no matter what. Every time I transform it, it falls off, so we'll see. And then you're going to separate these pieces of the thrusters. Now, bear in mind, they are clipped in. I'm going to flip this around so you can see. They're clipped in there, and there's two, or technically there's four per side. And then you've just got to finagle it. Rotate, and then you also want to rotate. This one will rotate over here, but first, you got to straighten out. So rotate. So at this point, you should be here. Clip on. Fold this down, and you'll hear those nice solid clips, and transforming them back is a pain. And we're just going to fold this down. This area doesn't have really anywhere to clip in, but they've incorporated some folding mechanism, or the tabs here, that fold in and hold that in place. Take that other wing that I was saying is going to fall off, and hey, what do you know? It didn't fall off. And then just straighten out until you have a leg. And I'm just going to get through this other one real quick, because I'm trying to get this done quickly. Fold that out. And yeah, I think this is the side I have the most difficulty with. There we go. Especially when transforming back into the plane mode, it gets in there and it is tight. It's actually really hard to do. Again, just fold in. Some of the transformation sequencing on this is amazing. And I can't wait to see on how they improve upon that. There we go. So we have the lower half of the robot done for the most part. This back section we'll come back to, but this is mostly, like, these panels just pegged on differently are basically reused from that Jetfire mold. So coming back to the underbelly of the plane mode, I just like to take this, fold it down now. Da-da-da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da-da-da, finish it in the comments. From here, the easiest way to say this is just untab. This entire section just untabs, leave it where it is for now. You can separate the arms, so you should do it this way. Separate out the arms. And as you just bring them down, this piece here, you're going to rotate till it's going to flat over here. It's really simple and quite ingenious. And then I just like to take these two landing gear and fold them back. On how the arms just fold out relatively quickly and easily. Next, we're going to untab this. And this is where things actually kind of got tricky for me the first time through on this. What I've found to do is make sure that these gray pieces are just kind of, so fold up the arms like that, and then just bring it all down, and you're going to constantly fold this piece here, if I can get this, okay, there we go. This piece here is just going to fold over almost 2-3 times, collapse the nose of the jet in. There's going to be a tab here, and a tab here. To push those together. Voila. Just like that. Now we'll do this back section, and they just untap like on Jetfire. Unfortunately, I don't have my Jetfire anymore to compare, so. And then that'll tab in there. There's a little square tab here, square tab here. Just like that. Fold back down the arms. Angle these pieces however you want. And now for the head. I like on how they incorporate, where they incorporated the head, that it never really moves during the transformation. So just push down on the head and keep it as back as you can. Fold it down. This piece here, I want to see if I can't get that in there. Okay, we'll use this. This here, this is going to push down under this. I made that mistake my first time transforming it. Once you get it aligned and everything, it should just collapse into place. And there you have Ultimate X-Spanse. It's actually really cool and really fun. The visor does fold up, revealing a relatively nice head sculpt. Um, I do like on how when it's down, I mean, yeah, it does give you that Cyclops vibe, but it actually reminds me of the animated series. It reminds me of that animation model for Cyclops. Now, the two side pieces you get a side blade, and these can plug in on any side that you want. They just plug into the little hand pieces here. There's a little hole. I'm guessing for like the thruster and blast effects, those will work with this as well. Wolverine claws, the side blade. His articulation is it as perfect as some other figures we've seen? Mostly. There are certain areas where he does have a bit of a lackluster posability, but you can still get some really nice dynamic poses with this guy. Really nice ones. Do I think $70 for this was actually worth it? Kinda. I mean, you can have, like Wolverine. That there's no pegs for these to stand on. They just kind of stand there, and for me, they always fall over. But you can have Wolverine and Sabretooth stand up there. I could have sworn there was a way to get this on the head, but it is too small. So I would like, if anything, I would like to see a way to incorporate that. Yeah, he's actually really great. He is a leader class figure. What do I mean by that? Well, he's a leader class figure, and he's one of the ones we're used to from like the size wise. He's a leader class figure from like Power of the Primes, amongst other things. Let me get down a combiner for you. So here he is next to Power of the Primes combiner, Abominus. He is very big, and I like that about him. Unfortunately, I don't have my other crossover figures available to me this second. I do have them. I don't have them out. What do I think of this guy? If you find him in Target, he is $69.99. I think is what I paid for him. He's worth it in my opinion. Oh yeah. He's got a lot of waist movement. Like, a lot. And I don't know if I care for it, or if I'm just over it. It's just, he's got a lot of waist movement. So that is the chap that is X-Spanse. Hard to rate him like I used to do. It's hard to rate him because I used to do a out of 10 scale, because there are engineering features in this figure that I want to see more of. The leg thrusters, on how, like, if they could have found a way to incorporate a way to hide the feet better, give me a Starscream. Honestly, looking at this, I had openly, when they first announced that they were going to do the Blackbird, I'd figured, okay, it's probably just going to be an extensive retool of the Earthrise, like, Starscream mold. Kind of like how I felt about Maverick. Or, if nothing else, it was going to be an extensive retool of the Siege Jetfire mold. To use the Jetfire mold from Studio Series was actually pretty ballsy, I feel. And the end result is nothing less than superb. And you do get these really nice double joint. I forgot to mention this. Because of where the transformation joint in the arms are, you could get some really out there shoulder posability. It's quite entertaining. Target exclusive, I think he is. I did order, mine did come from Target.com. I'd say grab one if you can. If you can't, I'm sorry. I know they're supposedly doing on Hasbro Pulse a re-release or a double release of this guy at some point. But yeah, you see what I mean? Like that entire area. I wish it would lock into place somewhere, but it doesn't. And it kind of drives me nuts. All right, just go get it. It's worth it. He's fun. Tilt, 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 tilt. Have a good day, everybody.